And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the Tenacious Turtle Tussle, number 25, your bi-weekly dose of Turtle Tussle action. I'm of course Live VIP with me and joined by these amazing players, by the people in the chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all to our bi-weekly tournament. If you're in the chat, predictions will soon be open, but you can check out the bracket yourselves. Exclamation mark B in the chat for that bracket, as it is live, it is stacked, and we are jumping into our first match of the night. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the American Terran player, the Orange Terran, representing Detonate. It is Dolan. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Ukrainian Protoss player, the Green Protoss, representing Bing Bong Exports. It is Gref. Let's go, Bobby, let's go. And if you're in the chat, it is time. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat. Again, we'll be going over the bracket once we wrap up with our first match of the day. And oh boy, it is, what I will say, very European focused. We have a lot of European representation in tonight's tournament. Make sure you get plenty of rest, by the way. And I know it's, oh my god, as the cannon rushes upon us, my apologies, I'll get into it later, but I know it's getting quite late in the land of Europe. Despite that, plenty of representation. The passion is real. The forge is done. Pylon's going to be thrown down, and Gref, he's going for the cannon rush. The forge is done. The first cannon going to be on the way, and Dolan, can he deal with this? So far, he's getting on top of those pylons. One pylon does complete. Second probe comes in. The cannons are going to be on the way. Still purely pylon. Still purely pylons. We got the surround. Ooh, the surround is clutch there. One probe goes down. There's one probe left. There's one cannon on the way. And Dolan, he lifted. Oh no! He lifts. He's landing elsewhere. But alas, the pylons are being thrown down and he is denied. He has to lift and float all the way back. Meanwhile, this cannon is going to finish. The cannon is going to finish. It looks like we will deny that. Ooh, we do deny the probe though. And that denies the second cannon. Whew, oh boy. Okay, well, Dolan defends. For the most part, Dolan does defend. We do have a third probe being sent across the map from Gref, but alas, a third worker is very delayed here from Gref. As a result, the cannon will kill the depot, that is true, and I think it's within range of the gas. I don't think it's within range of the expansion itself, though. We'll have to double check on that, as Marine has arrived and can try to pick away at the pylons. And try to pick away. So far, semi-successful cannon rush here. We have a factory follow-up. Again, gas mining is going to be denied, and here comes the probe to continue the cannon. The cannon rush is going to be continued. We're diving on in, and the probe is going to survive. Ooh, just barely. The Marine goes down. The probe does live, and this may just be game, by the way. The probe should be sniped. Ooh, just barely. But the cannons are getting within range of the mineral line, and that is brutal. That is going to be game ending. The supply block, is real, and Dolan can try to evacuate the main. He can try to lift, and yeah, there we go. Is going to be lifting off. Is going to be lifting away. But back at home, Gref, I mean, he's getting to his production, his gateway, his cyber core. Gref is settling in, and the cannon rush is successful. It's successful. Dolan, he has to get the hell out of here. Has to pull out. Thankfully, has the Reaper to help support the army. Ooh, as workers are saved, and Dolan, he evacuates. And again, as Dolan's been evacuating here back at home, Gref is happily mining. He's on one base economy. He has a Stalker on the way, and that is what's concerning me here. I don't expect another follow-up cannon rush, but what I do expect is the Stalkers, this gateway army, to wreak havoc. Reaper gets across the map, does confirm. We'll be able to delay some mining time, but the Stalker is going to pop out. Stalker does pop. Dolan gets away. Does pull out. Bunker is soon to finish. Oh, I believe the Stalker may be able to harass the gas geyser from the high ground here, so there is a way to abuse this location. If Gref were to move out, for the time being though, Proxy Robo. Okay, shield batteries on the way, Proxy Robo as well. I'd imagine for a War Prism. Stalker does confirm the base location. Cyclone on the way. One base versus one base, but Gref has been mining more for longer. He has been mining more for longer. The Cyclone will scale better here against a gateway-based army, but that is not a Prism first, that is an Immortal first. Ooh, and that is where a Cyclone will struggle. As the Reaver takes a lot of hits. Marines are on the way. The first Cyclone is about to pop. The Immortal as well. So far, clutch repairs, but alas, one SCV goes down. And here comes that Cyclone. Oh, attempts to Lokon. Lokon gets broken. Ah, that was a rough start. That was a rough start here. And Lokon now available once again. Tank is on the way. And with that high ground vision, that Cyclone is struggling. And he's struggling to Lokon. Oh, Reaper goes down as well. And here comes the Immortal. And with the arrival of the Immortal, I mean, that should be game here. We go for the scan. Immortal gets revealed. Nice Lokon here on one of the Stalkers, but the Stalker does survive. Tank is on the way. Yo, if this tank pops out, we can try to hold on. It's still very close, though. It's still very clutch. Tank has arrived. Rax is barely repaired. There we go. There's that high ground vision. Prism has arrived, but that's what the Cyclone is for. From here, we have Dolan going into a second tank. Meanwhile, Gref expanding, taking the main base of Dolan, getting up to 2 bases. Oh, the Logon! Oh my god. Prism takes a lot of hits. Viking has arrived. Let's go, zoning the Prism away. Nice hits, nice damage. And again, Dolan, he is surviving on 1 base. But he needs to gain value here. He needs to catch the Stalkers, catch the Prism, catch the Immortal. Otherwise, he'll be outscaled. Will be outscaled. Second Robo with just Stargate. As the last Dolan, he is still a little bit in the dark as to what's going on. Is on full 1 base saturation at least. And is building up an army. Oh, right, the Gas Geyser does reveal, true. My apologies, did miss that. Does allow Dolan to be fully aware of what's going on. He's going for the base trade. He's going across the map. Oh, the Viking. Viking takes a lot of damage. Now, bearing in mind there should be a recall. Yeah, there is a recall back home, so we could see that recall used. Likewise, the opposite is true. We could see the recall across the map to save these probes instead. Gref has options. Dolan does have the supply lead, the army supply lead specifically. He is moving out. He will scout. I mean, he's going to be scouted. And do we recall? What's it going to be? Ah, we're evacuating. Okay, Gref is going to save the probes. Gate is getting powered. Archer's pylon. There's that recall, saving the probes. And the workers are saved. Still 1 base versus 1 base. Well, this could still go either way. The Viking count is building up, which means the Prism cannot really threaten this base. Prism taking a lot of hits. Nice tank shot as well. Dolan baiting him within range. Clearing up the tech, sniping ideally the cyber core back at home. Oh, we do see Gref's supply block, but he's rushing into Tempest. Oh, yeah, Tempest are on the way. Now, thankfully, Dolan already has some Vikings to work with, and he has continued Viking production. Dolan has yet to really confirm what's going on. He hasn't seen the tech. There we go. He scans. He sees Tempest. He does confirm the Tempest. He does spot it. He is aware, which means more Vikings should be on the way. It looks like the Starport going for an add-on swap with the Rax, I would imagine. He's straight back around. It could be saying, yep, there's the add-on swap into Reactor Viking production. First Tempest has arrived. How many Vikings are there? 3. 3 Vikings so far. It's an okay count. It's okay. Dolan making his way over. At the same time, Gref is going to apply pressure here to the expansion. He should recognize, hold up, where's the army? Something is wrong. Yeah, the army nowhere to be found. Dolan sneaking up on the expansion. Gref has to respond. Denies the base. The tanks are within range of the starport, of the Stargate. First tank going to be targeted. Oh my god, massive tank blow is going up. And the Stargate is under threat. It's under fire. Oh my god. Yeah, massive shot's going to be going up. The second Tempest is going to be denied. Massive pickup. Now just 1 Tempest on the Prism. And tank shots here on the Immortals. And Dolan, he has done it. He's broken through. Yeah, more Vikings have arrived. That 1 Tempest is only so much he can do. He gets chased down, and Dolan takes out the entire army. GG gets called, and Dolan takes game number 1. Whew. that was a tense one, Papi. Oh my god. Oh my god. GG, well played. Dolan does take the first game. That was a crazy game though. Again, Dolan forced to evacuate. Cannons got up and running. SCVs were going down. Like that was that's crazy. GG, well played, Dolan. He survives the cannon rush of Gref. He does make it through. And now we're getting ready for game number 2. Oh my god. Let's go. As we're getting into game number 2. I mean, again, that was quite a interesting situation. I mean, for the most part, Dolan, he barely held on, getting that cyclone, getting that first tank out as well. Some clutch moments for Dolan. Things were looking bleak, things were looking dire, but he was able to maintain himself in the end, able to make some clutch decisions as well when it comes to counterattacking when it comes to denying the, I guess, 2-base economy of his opponent. And with that, Gref, if you remember, when he lost his Nexus, he got supply blocked, and that did delay his Tempest, delayed his second Tempest more importantly. And now we're settling into game number 2. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Abyssal Reef, we have the American Terran player, the Orange Terran representing Detonate, leading the series 1-0. It is Dolan. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, it is the Cannon Rusher himself, the Ukrainian Protoss player, the Green Protoss representing Bing Bong Exports. It is Gref. There are a couple of Protoss players out there in the world, not just in Europe, but in, globally in general here, that do nothing but Cannon Rush. Boanan is one of them, Gref is another one, Turkey Dano is another one, Probe Scout as well. These players that do nothing but Probe Scout at the highest level, and it's terrifying, as once again, nothing but Cannon Rush, I meant to say, no Probe Scout, nothing but Cannon Rush at the highest level. And there it is, we do have the Forge on the way. Second probe gets sent out, and we are going for a Cannon Rush once again. This time double gas opener out of Dolan. Probe is revealed, does pull one boy immediately to try to slow it down. Well, as you can see, Dolan taking it very seriously, does get behind the mineral line. Oh, he does try to the pylon, gets thrown down. He does take control here of this gas. Yeah, the gas geyser. Boys are being pulled. Dolan is going to try to break through. Gets good surface area here on these 2 pylons. Does get good surface area. First Marine is on the way. Full wall means that the second probe is denied. Only one probe. Cannon is on the way, but the pylons are going to be brought down. He needs a secondary wall. Needs that second wall. Marine is coming. Pylons will fall in. Up! Ooh, he does wall in time. Yeah, just barely. Marine takes down the probe. And the Marine can focus down at that cannon. And the cannon is getting low here, and you can see the SCVs are doing what they can, but only 2 SCVs can attack at once. And it's barely going to be enough. Yeah, it's barely going to be enough here. Second Marine arrives, 1 SCV goes down, and Dolan holds. And this is a big investment. This is a big investment. This was 4 pylons and a cannon and a probe. Meanwhile, Gref, he's not done. He's not done. He's setting up here outside of the natural for the second cannon rush, the second wave. Cannons are on the way, and this should lead into proxy either Robo or proxy Stargate. But this time, Dolan has a 1-base economy. This time, he's maintaining himself. Factories on the way. The cannons continue. Again, this is initially designed to contain, and then we should be seeing the follow-up tech. Ooh, as the Reaper does confirm. Cannons aren't done. He's going for the probes. Going for the probes. He's going to get 1. He gets 1. He's going to get both. Yeah, just barely gets both. Ooh, the Reaper goes down, but that was worth it. It killed 2 probes. And now there's no follow-up here. The Cybercore is still on the way, to be fair. Like, it's still a ways off. And we do see Gref sending out a 3rd probe. Technically a 4th probe. From here, Dolan should be working towards tank production. There we go. I mean, Tech Lab is on the way into tanks, and the tanks, they should be able to shut this down real quick. Because they can siege within range, or I guess out of range of the cannons, and shut them down. Here we go. Stargate's in production, but again, this is a late Stargate for Gref. It's very late. The tank is almost halfway done, and Dolan should be able to break out, but, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if Gref can somehow buy some time. I know the units on the map, though. More cannons to try to slow Dolan down. Medevac as well to move out across the map. Dolan should be aware that there's something waiting for him, either a Robo or a Stargate. It's going to be something. And the tank is within range here of the cannons. Likewise, Dolan also confirms the Stargate. He's aware. He's aware. First cannon goes down, and Void Ray's on the way. Going for the second cannon, and shield batteries behind this. Shield batteries, they are running out of energy though. They're being spent on the cannons, which means there's that much less support for the Void Ray. As the tanks are moving forward, shutting down the tanks. Sorry, shutting down the cannons, I meant to say. Cannons are falling one after the other. Void Ray has arrived. Marines they're ready for this. And GG gets called as Marines and Vikings are revealed. And Dolan, he will defend. He will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. A very chaotic series, especially game 1. Game 2, Dolan, once he realized the kind of player that Gref was, Dolan, he was much more secure, much more of a dominant defense, especially in that second game. Game 1 was crazy. Game 1 was wild. We had Dolan evacuate the main base, workers going down, barely holding on with the Cyclone, then with the tank as well. Game 1 was wild, and shout out to Dolan, I should say, for keeping a level head throughout game 1. Like, that was a very, very intense situation to be in. Here in game 2, again, he was able to kind of acclimate to his opponent and have a much stronger response, a much crisper response even. And with that, congratulations, Dolan will claim the series and will advance on to the next round. And we have our next match ahead of us here. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, and we are switching our scenes over to Embrace It. Let's go.